Hello, hello. It looks like we're live. And welcome to the next game in our Games of the Decade countdown, in no particular order, and our New Year's birthday bash celebration. As my 27th birthday is tomorrow, New Year's Eve is tonight, and we're counting down to 2020. Alrighty. Hello again to everyone, Jeff, Love Sylvith. Before we get started with this game, I'm actually going to talk about a different one, because I was going to stream something else, and then found out, oops, I can't. Unfortunately, which is really sad, because I love the game. The game I was going to stream is called Severed, S-E-V-E-R-E-D. It's actually a port of a game that was on the DS that took advantage of, the DS's touchscreen, which the Switch also has. But they decided, I guess, to keep very true to the original method of play in the game. You cannot play the game without playing it in handheld mode, so I cannot stream it. But it is a lovely indie title about loss and death, and it's kind of a little morbid and creepy. The art design is lovely. It's a great game. Definitely check it out. Since we cannot stream it, we're playing Octopath Traveler next, which is a really lovely game that is not an indie. It is from Square Enix, but it's kind of styled in a modern pixel RPG style. And the idea of the Octopath Traveler is you play as one of 8 various travelers, and as you go on your journey, you get you can meet the other characters and recruit them. So at the beginning, you pick one of the 8 characters to start out on your journey. And then as you go, you get to use the character's powers and abilities to solve quests and problems. You meet the other characters and try and solve their problems. They all have their own storylines that you can create and follow along the way. And what's interesting about the game is because it's written like multiple short stories working alongside each other. Each of the characters' journeys happens solely. You're not going to see on-screen character interaction between the cast. You can have, there's little scenes where they talk to each other, but it's kind of extra scenes. It reminds me a little of how Final Fantasy IX worked, where they had extra scenes that you could see. Hello everybody jumping in, and new folks that just joined us. Zephyr, thank you. Happy New Year's, everyone. One of the interesting consequences of the fact that all the stories are short stories focused on the specific character is that it avoids a lot of the pitfalls of other RPGs where certain character types overshadow others. Like the broody main hero doesn't get more focus because there is no broody main hero in this. Everyone's the main character of their own short story. I really love Tressa. We might go with Tressa. Cyrus is a little obnoxious. I'm not a big fan of Cyrus. He's okay. I typically start with Honey because she's a really cool character and she has a bow and a cat. But I think I'm gonna do Tressa this time because her short story's my favorite. We're only gonna see probably the first chapter-ish, but we'll start with Tressa. But you do, as you explore the various areas, you unlock everybody else. So you're not gonna, like, lose the chance to have the character. But it's best to pick, well, what happens. We'll listen to this first. Or not listen. There is some voice acting, but not here. This world is brimming with treasures, and I know that what I'm searching for is waiting for me out there somewhere, so I'll set sail for the horizon and the great big world that lies beyond. Will I finish Silent Hill 3 today? Unfortunately, not today. I do need to do that, but today I'm trying to do games from this era, the last 10 years. Just little tidbits of my best games.
Well, shop ain't gonna stock itself. Morning, Ma. Morning, Pa.
Morning, Tressa. Looks like our #1 employee is ready for another day of work.
Do I have a stream account? A Steam account, my goodness. I do! I believe I am the Gaming Muse. I don't know what other info you would need. I think that's my username on there, but I can take a look. Did I finish my last gameplay of Silent Hill 3 where, I honestly don't remember if we finished it. I know we got stuck on Halloween. Did I go back and finish it? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Yes, this is Octopath Traveler.
They need to be smiley, mannerly, and early. Thought you had me, didn't you?
You're too clever for me, Tressa.
So it didn't finish it, okay. Then yeah, we will definitely have to finish that soon. I totally forgot with everything else going on. We need to finish Fatal Frame 1 and 2 as well. Oh boy.
Be careful out there, Tressa. Oh, those pirates have been causing trouble around the tavern lately.
I love her voice acting.
If you see them, you make sure to keep a wide berth, you hear?
The voices in this game are incredibly
Got it,
charming.
Mom. Be back in 2 ripples of the tide.
Everything about this game is just very charming. Especially since a lot of RPGs, I feel like, lately have become very formulaic. When one that really stands out and is different comes out, it's, like, fantastic. It feels weird Muse is doing her big year-end stream and isn't streaming a Silent Hill game. Well, technically, Downpour is on my Games of the Decade list, but I feel like everybody knows that. I wanted to play some things that maybe people hadn't heard of, especially the indie titles, which, like I mentioned earlier, one of the indie titles I wanted to play is not actually playable on stream. You have to play it in handheld mode. A game called Severed, which is very cool. But I thought it would be neat since I've seen a lot of Games of the Decade lists, obviously, videos, a lot of those, and I feel like there's a lot of repeats because, I mean, you know, some games were just that good. So I wanted to do ones that maybe weren't going to be on other people's lists.
Always running off somewhere, wanting to prove myself a full-fledged merchant.
Happy New Year, Alessandro. Thanks for joining us. Alright, let me go to my Steam. I'm opening it up as we play here, since folks are trying to message me there.
Yourself, dear. Our Tressa is something special.
Glad she is.
What's also kind of neat about this game to me is all the short stories have their own feelings to them. So if you're really into one kind of story or another, you can kind of favor the character that you like. You don't technically have to play all the characters, I don't think. But you really should. You should be streaming a Silent Hill or another survival horror game like RE... Akatsuki! Not right now. I'll probably do the old RE3 in, like, the weeks leading up to the new one coming out. And we are gonna do some survival horror tonight. Or I think we are. What's my list again? We may not be. I was gonna do Alan Wake, because that's one of my favorite games. It came out in this decade. It is a fantastic game. I don't own it on Xbox, and last time we tried to stream it on PC, my PC said no. My PC said bad. So we may not be playing survival horror tonight. But you know what? We'll live. We'll be fine.
Hello.
Not the largest. Yes, yes. We're in a town. This game is so pretty. Let me see again my list of... Why do you want me to sign in? I'm always signed in. Stupid PC. Making me sign in. Oh, this is... I don't have any money yet, probably. Ooh, treasure chest! I got a healing grape. I need to finish playing this game. I never finished my first run of it. Because RPGs is long. I can't talk to any of you? Why are you so quiet? Oh, I can only talk to people with the bubble. That's right. What about Siren? No, Siren was gonna be close, and then we got into the Fatal Frame series. I have the game, and I have the guide as well now, thanks to someone really lovely that sent it to me in the mail. And I don't think I left survival horror. The last time we streamed, all I played was survival horror. This is the first non-survival horror we've done in a while. Get off my back, Akatsuki. You beat some fishermen to the pier. Yeah, the whole game's not voice acted. I think mostly it's just main cutscenes. I love that water. Look at that water. It's so pretty! Don't sound so surprised. We both know the early bird gets the worm, or in our case, the fish. You darn right it does. Here's the catch of the morning. Blue marlin, I see. A big one, too, with lots of good meat on its bones.
I can give you this much.
Huh?
It's worth a little more than that. This one's a whopper. I guess I'll just have to take my business elsewhere then. Your hook snagged its innards. I was willing to overlook the damage, but... Ah, you're right. I apologize, Akatsuki. The time before last I played survival horror. I forgot we did some Fire Emblem in between.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Still, I play plenty of survival horror. And I even planned to play Alan Wake today. Unfortunately, didn't get it. Though someone, I just checked my emails, someone was kind enough to send me a gift card to GameStop, so Alan Wake on Xbox may be the next thing I pick up. Because I've been wanting to replay it so badly now that Control is out and kind of tied into that universe. Whew. I so need more games. You're a born natural at negotiating. I was wrong to underestimate you. You got that right. I may not look like much, but I can haggle with the best of them. I learned my lesson, but don't be a stranger.
Yeah!
Thanks again.
All right.
Next up, wine. Utilize each character's unique action to overcome any obstacle. So I think my action is I can bargain with people. Because I'm the merchant. Purchase. I would like your bottle of wine, please. Thank you. Alright, now what?
Another day, another deal. A deal so good, it was practically a steal. This ought to liven up our little shop. Our little shop. Just me, Ma, and Pa. If I don't take over, who will? The ocean is so vast.
I always wonder. What do I really want to do? What do I really want in life? And then I wonder,
What lies beyond the horizon?
girl wants to go on an adventure.
Drop anchor!
Yeah, the water in this is so lovely, isn't it? I mean, the whole game is
I haven't
very
seen
beautiful.
That ship around here before. Wonder where it came from.
But gosh, this is pretty.
What a dreary town. But it carries a delectable scent. Its cuisine may be promising.
Who is this weird girl staring at my boat?
What's the matter, lass? You look like a fish out of water.
Is this a trading ship?
Indeed, and I am its captain.
Well, Captain, the name's Tressa. I'm a merchant in this town.
A pleasure to meet you.
I'm sure you have all kinds of neat cargo on board. Say, Hey, would you mind if I take a peek? I'd love to see what you've brought from overseas.
Akatsuki wants to be so mean to me.
You have a true merchant's eye, lass. You gaze at a simple trading ship as if it were made of solid gold.
And no, I have never played any of RE3. RE2, I had played some of the classic growing up. Never finished it. But RE3, I have not touched at all. I think it's the only main Resident Evil game I'd never played. So that'll be fun.
Alas, I only allow passage to those I trust.
I don't know if it'll be better to play the classic first and then play the new one to compare it, or to go into the new one blind. I don't know. I'm gonna decide when it's closer to the actual time for it to come out.
Aww.
Exclamation point!
What was that? I'll go check it out.
Have I played Code Veronica? No, I own it. And I think I watched my roommate play.
Busy as a bream, that one.
Because he's played all of them. Alright, make for the source of the ruckus. But yeah, I need to sit down and make my schedule. Because RE3 is not the only remake coming out. Final Fantasy VII's coming out. And I kind of want to stream the original one, too. I'm going to have to make a schedule for, like, the next 6 months of streaming. Because so many games are coming out. And I have so many games from the holidays that I need to play. And, whew, gonna have to make a schedule. Hoo-ah! Don't, I beg you! That's all I have left! Then we be in the same boat, matey. We got nothing left ourselves, ain't that right, Mac? I don't think I can do a pirate voice. Aye, Mick, and when we be needin' something, we be taking it. It's what pirates do, after all.
But...
Please have mercy!
Sir!
Captain, I got the goods from that there shop. My voice is all over the place with these pirates.
Nini?
There be only one captain around here, and it be me. Ah, everyone knows I be the captain and you're me first mate. We'll see about that, Mac, you scurvy swine! Sounds like a real Three Stooges situation here, but with only 2 of them. Aye, we will, Mickey, scabby-bottomed sea bass.
Oh, it's
Can't ye both be the captain? Fine. Now, show us what other treasure ye be hiding. Stop punching old men.
Hey!
Stop that. I can't do pirate voice for her. Says who?
I won't allow it.
Says me. The people here are merchants and fishermen doing all they can to put food on the table. Have a heart. Don't steal what little they have from them. How's this for heart? I'll give you 1 chance to shove off, kid. But best to be on your way, little one. We're doing grown-up business here. It's grown-up thievery. I'm not going anywhere. Well, well, what you got there, kid? Are you gonna steal my wine and bread? Or food, whatever? It's rainbow wine and it be ours now. Hey! That's my wine. A brat like ye wouldn't appreciate it none anyways. We're doing ye a right favor by taking it off your hands. Now say thank ye. Give it back.
Lass,
That's enough, lass. I'm broody and mysterious, and I'm here to be useless. But Captain,
think again.
you've got pluck, I'll give you that. But they don't look like the types who will listen to reason, savvy? That lily-livered scallywag knows what he's talking about, kid. Best take his advice to heart. In this world, the strong take while the weak quake. Har 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 har.
Bye-bye now!
Thank ye kindly for the loot, ye deck-wetting worms.
Fare thee well!
Hey, it's been a bloody pleasure. Yeah, there's a lot of pirate speak. Oh man, there's no need to pretend, lass. Your legs are trembling. It's just a cramp, that's all.
Lass,
Not even the best merchant can buy back his life once it's taken from him. I know, but... why won't they just leave us alone? Those pirates should be out at sea. Instead, they're holed up in the caves of Maya, west of town. Convenient. What do I do now? Huh, I have never heard of that game, Emmett. I will have to check that out. And I am actually gonna try once again to sign into Steam and see if it remembers... yes, that was the password. Yay! Those pirates should be looking for a cursed fruit, right? Oh, I just got a bunch of friend requests. Thank you, folks. So, voices in this game, it can be pretty lovely, but talking about having too much pirate speak, there is a village that's considered, like, ancient and lost in the wilderness. And they all talk in ye olde English, and it drives me insane. I hate it.
hello there.
Going somewhere? Captain, you just met this guy! If I didn't know better, I'd say you were setting a course straight for the pirate's den. Awfully rash, wouldn't you say?
Well,
I know, but I'm the plucky hero. I have to do it. Still, you intend to go, I see. Hello, Tenshi. That must mean you have a foolproof plan of attack. Ha! And a weapon, of course. You wouldn't dare go empty-handed, would you? I'm the plucky hero. Do you think I think ahead? Only a fool would think they could haggle their wares back from dastardly pirates. I know, but I can't just sit by and do nothing. Those poor people might starve if they don't get their belongings back. On my honor as a merchant, I can't let them get away with this.
Oh?
A fine choice of words.
really?
She's so cute. If you're so determined, I won't stop you.
However...
On the condition you let me help.
Huh?
How so? I'm willing to part with some of my wares if you think they'll prove useful. If there's something that catches your eye, consider it yours. For the right price, of course. Oh, thanks!
Deal.
Alright. Who are the... oh, I have to talk to these guys. How much money do I have? Oh, I have a lot of money! I'll buy that. And that. I don't need those two, I think. I don't know. Let's see. I need a weapon. Yes, we want this. Alright. I need a weapon! Let's see. My microphone's right in front of the numbers that tell me how good the weapon is. Okay, that's way too much. Probably just gonna go with the spear. And equip the spear. We got any defense stuff? Sure, that can be the rest of our money. Alright, we're good to go. Let's go in the cave and kick some pirate butt. I already did. Goodbye. Alright, to our first dungeon! Chest! Gosh, the sand is so pretty, too. There's a desert area that you come to eventually.
Ready or not?
So
Here I
pretty.
come.
Breaking enemies. Alright, so basically, they have weaknesses. And when you get them, you can break their defenses and they get dizzy for a little bit. Alright. Now it shows under vulnerable what he's weak against, and one of them is pole. He doesn't like pole. When you hit him with pole, he does not like it. I think I also have some wind magic. Eventually, you get different jobs, kind of like the, the job system in other Square Enix games. But the fun thing about this one is you can actually teach them, I think, 2 different ones to any of the characters, and it changes their costumes. You can make, like, male characters into dancers, and they wear these pretty thin veils. Or you can make female characters giant armor-clad heroes. It's pretty fun. Am I still not allowed to go this way? What the hey? Where am I going, then? Did I not finish with the dude? What the hey? I'm done with your tutorial, old man! Am I good now? I already did the thing. Yeah, I already did. So what way do I go over here? Because that looked like the path forward, but the sign said no. The sign said, screw you! Alright. That's... Okay.
Open for business.
I don't remember this game. I played it much closer to... probably not the year it came out.
My turn.
No, that's it. I got it for my birthday that last year. That's right. And that's probably when I played it, and it's been a year since I played this, and I never finished it, because pretty long game. I was on the last mission for most of the characters. Oh man, I just realized. Apologies if I have missed anyone's chats. YouTube has been really dumb lately and keeps not showing chats. You have to change the settings on the stream to make it show everybody's chats. I don't know why that's not the default, YouTube. I only want to see it when half the time people are talking. I don't want to see it when everyone's talking. Maybe I can go there. No, this is a dead end. I have to do something else in town, it seems. But the green dot. I'm gonna look it up.
Ready or not? Here I come. What to do?
Yeah, what to do is right. Alrighty. Let us see. Chapter 1. Alright, so yeah, I am supposed to leave town. Weird. Alright, I'm missing something on this map. Hey! Yeah, this really is a very gorgeous game. That's one of its strongest aspects is the artistic style. But everything I've seen of the stories so far are also really incredible. I mean, one of the stories is about a sex worker taking revenge on the people that murdered her family, and it's just incredibly deep and powerful. To me, that's the most powerful story. I also really like the thief's story so far. I haven't finished any of them. I think those two are probably my favorite, but they're all really interesting and kind of go in different directions. But if you play them all, they're supposed to tie in together into this sort of united mystery, kind of exploring the world of this game. I am technically where I'm supposed to be. Why is this path not open?
Open for business.
What the hey?
What to do?
I'm looking for a better guide to make sure I'm doing this right. I can't believe I'm just starting this game, and I'm already stuck. There must be something I have to finish doing, because it looks like that's the exact way I'm supposed to go. Oh, nope. Yeah, the guide totally missed telling me to do something. I didn't buy the right item. I'm supposed to buy a specific item from this guy. No, I didn't want to defend. I wanted to run away.
Let's do this.
Damn it. Stupid bug. Or whatever you are.
My turn now. What's it do? Here Let's do.
I'm so lucky everything in this region seems to be weak to sticks. Obviously, it's framed in mind with the fact that if this is your first chapter, you only have the character with sticks. So, definitely a smart game design choice. There we go. Alright, now we go back and we buy the right item and the path will open. I don't know why the other guide couldn't say that. It said nothing. It said, buy items and then leave. Hello, John. Welcome. Alright. Nope. Yeah.
Oh,
Why would they let you leave town if you hadn't finished what you... that makes me upset. What would you need sleepweed for? I'm sure those pirates must be exhausted after all that looting. So I thought I'd help them relax by slipping some of this into their wine. You're a clever one, aren't you? Off you go then, and be safe. Just gonna let a teenager go fight pirates. Very responsible. By the way, why are you helping me? Because my eye tells me to do so. Okay. As a fellow merchant, I'm sure you understand. We appraise with our eyes, and mine tells me there's something special about you. I see. Thank you. You're running in the wrong direction! Oh, she's gonna go. That should do the trick. Now to make a special delivery to the caves of Maya. Yeah. Alright, let's go save. I don't know that we'll ever stream this again, because we have so much to stream. But who knows, eventually. Yeah, look, that game has 71 hours in it. Still haven't finished this game. Ugh. Alrighty. Here we go. Believe maybe this way? Monsters!
Open for business.
It's a Birdman! Is it Harvey Birdman? Well, he's not vulnerable to wind. What else? Alright. Yeah, gotcha! Basically, I should just attack everything here with sticks. Seems about right. Yes, I should finish many of the games I have. Ha ha ha! I shall. It wasn't my fault that I had to take 2 months off because of life. We wouldn't be so behind if it weren't for life. But it worked out. This house is so much better than the old one. Everything is so much newer. Nothing's broken. I'm not cold all the time because there's no heat.
Open for
It was worth it, even if it was exhausting. Start RE3 the Siren. Okay, it's only good when I start the games you want me to start, huh? I figured today will be one-offs, just because it seemed timely to do something associated with the best of the decade that everybody's been doing, because I wanted to do a video on it, and just no time! Had no time to do it. So, this is better than nothing. Yeah, who needs life, right? Ugh. And next week I start babysitting again, so that's gonna take time away, but that's fine. I miss the kiddo. She'll have a year. Her first birthday is in a week, I think. I have RE3. I have it from the digital store on PS3. I don't have a physical copy. Ahoy there, me hearty. Not you again. You looking for trouble, brat? No siree, I came to apologize on behalf of town. We should have known we didn't stand a chance against you swashbucklers.
Will this do?
This is for you. I hope you can forgive us. Wine! The Cappenses will be happy to see this! The Cappenses! Are you Gollum? Oh, man. Oh. Bottoms up. Those landlubbers didn't even put up a fight. Crawley didn't even know how. From the looks of it, their crusty barnacle of a town don't get many pirates. The strong take while the weak quake. Why does this cave have a chandelier? That's the way the world works. Words to live by. Courtesy of Captain Leon Bestral, Scourge of the Seas. Shoot that man for excessive pirate. We set out to follow in his footsteps and ain't looked back since. There ain't no better life than just taking what you wants. What ye wants.
Sir.
Cap'n! I told you there ain't enough room for two cap'ns around here.
You got that
Right, like I said, you're just the first mate. Set your squabbling aside, Cap'nses. We got more wine here.
Yo-ho.
Did ye say wine? They're having their New Year's Eve celebration. The kid came by, said her town was sorry for what it done. Yay! Those landlubbers are fast learners, or they're too yellow-bellied to put up a fight. Arr!
All right.
A toast to the landlubbers! This is gonna go well. To the limp-legged jellyfish of Rippletide.
Cheers. Cheers.
Yay! We're all getting drugged! Yay! That reminds me of another game that's on my list of best games of the decade. Lord of the Rings, Shadow of Mordor. I remembered because you can drug orcs in that game. It's such a great game. If I had time, I would stream it here. It's one of my favorite interpretations of the Tolkien universe, and on top of that, it's just a good game. And the sequel is even better, and I'm really sad that it got overshadowed by the controversy of the loot boxes and Warner Brothers shoving all of that monetization in, which is luckily no longer in the game. But, ugh, it was horrible at the time. It really was, and it deserved scorn. But the game itself that the team made was a really great game, and they took the monetization out, and I now wish people would play the game and talk about it. Unfortunately, that's what happened, but it's so good. Hey, Bad Wrong Fun! It is definitely an incredibly stylish RPG, and a very good story from what I've played so far. I really enjoy it. I have not finished it, but as we saw at the save screen, I've put about 70 hours into it.
Ready or not, here I come.
Definitely a good game. And if you like RPGs, for sure try it. Because it does a lot of new, interesting things. It does a lot of old things well. And it's obviously gorgeous. Song is gorgeous. The one song that it has is gorgeous. Which game? Oh, I was talking about Shadow of War, the sequel to the Lord of the Rings game Shadow of Mordor, which I think is a fantastic game, but it did rightfully get critiqued for the monetization aspects, because Warner Brothers garbage. But the game itself is solid, and I finished it. It literally had me, like, on the edge of my seat. It's one of the best adaptations of Tolkien lore. The way that both games together interact with the lore is just, so fantastic. Good night, Jeff. Thanks for joining us. Who have I played as so far? In my other playthrough, I played as Hanit, and I've gotten everybody and been playing through their stories, and I think I'm on chapter 3 of all of them. So getting close to the end and just hadn't finished it. This is a new playthrough. I'm doing kind of a games of the decade sort of little taste for everybody, to show off what stuff I think people should check out. Things maybe other lists and videos hadn't really talked about. I also wanted to talk about Severed. Was a game I was gonna stream, but apparently you can only play it on the Switch in handheld mode. But it's an indie title that kind of deals... It's kind of a puzzle... not RPG. A puzzle adventure game. You explore and you fight monsters by cutting off their limbs. And you use the touch screen to do it. It's really good.
What to do?
Good luck at work tomorrow, Jeff. I remember working the end of the holidays. And oh, the returns! Oh, the returns. They were horrible. I worked the return desk at Target. Oh, that Christmas it was a thing. It was something. My favorite thing is still something that happened at the holidays. When I worked at Target and somebody came in trying to pick up an item they'd ordered online and his info was not in our system, and I looked at his receipt and and I was like, "Sir, this receipt is for a Walmart," and he looked up and said, "Where am I?" With such a haunted look. It's like, oh boy, man. Oh boy. If you need anything, just say the word. Wow, we're already to the boss? We got there quick. We might want to level up a little bit. Let's, because I think I'm still, like, level 1. Let's, do something about that. I really do wish the stories were more interconnected. I don't know, I get that. I can understand wanting to see it more interconnected, but personally, I really enjoyed the attempt at short story in video game form. It was really interesting. Though, yeah, Tressa and Primrose back-to-back is very different. I really was taken by it. And I mentioned earlier Final Fantasy IX, because Final Fantasy IX had a feature where there were a lot of short, unimportant scenes you didn't have to watch, but a prompt would pop up, and if you wanted to watch them, you could see the characters interact, and it was usually just character building stuff. And this game kind of reminds me of that, because there are moments in the game where you can push a button and see your characters talk to each other about what's going on in the story. Otherwise, they don't interact. That's the only way you see them interact with each other. And I just think it's kind of neat that it's really far more heavily focused on the character building and the individual characters and their stories. And because of that, none of the characters overshadow each other. Whereas a character like Primrose would have a lot of trouble existing in a traditional story because characters like that are so often overshadowed by the hero or other characters. Like, think about Final Fantasy VII's a good example. There's a lot of good storytelling in that game, and each of the characters does have their own arc, but the game definitely leans towards Cloud and focusing more on him and sidelines some of the other characters, especially Tifa and Aerith. Well, not really Aerith as much. Tifa kind of gets a little bit of the short end of the stick there sometimes, because her story kind of gets folded into Cloud's. You know, this game, isolating the characters, the consequence kind of is they each have to stand on their own 2 feet, which I think is really neat. But I can understand why, you know, seeing them interact in a more traditional RPG setting would also be interesting. I can understand that. personally, I'm really digging this. And I think they might have mentioned they're gonna do something like this again, because, I mean, the game was phenomenal. It was a big hit. It won a lot of awards. So hopefully Square does make something else.
Here I go.
Yeah, very true, Bad Wrong Fun. Understandable. I don't know, I feel like this is almost a fusion of Final Fantasy, and I think it's Romancing Saga is individual characters. I've only seen it played, and it's been a while, so I could be wrong, but I think it kind of does something similar with the individual characters thing. But, yeah, I don't know. I find it fun, but I can see why it's not everybody's cup of tea. Let's see if we can get to level 5, and then we'll go for this boss. 'Cause it just seems like we got to the end very quickly. I mean, I guess this is the first level for this.
Right up.
Eternal Poison, yes, it's a game I've had on my list of classics to look for. You know, older games that I keep an eye out for. Because I thought it looked interesting and I like tactical RPGs, but I have not tried it.
Let's do this.
I have not heard of Live a Live.
Let's do this.
Square's been making a lot of interesting things lately. I know they haven't all been hits. Like, I think Lost Sphere and I Am Setsuna kind of did alright, but they definitely didn't take off like this one did. This game, like, was huge when it came out. Rightfully so. I'm very curious to see what else we get from them. I'm kind of... I don't know, like, Capcom has really turned around and has entered a renaissance. I would love if Square could do that, because they've done some pretty decent things recently. They've ported some things people have wanted, they found Final Fantasy VIII finally, they made Octopath Traveler, you know, Kingdom Hearts 3 finally came out, like, Square has started to turn it around, but I don't think they're necessarily at the level of Capcom yet. I feel like we need to see Final Fantasy VII, maybe to see what's up. Hey, Kelly, thank you so much. Have a great night as well, and Happy New Year. But I'm on the verge of being like, yeah, Square is doing some cool shit now. Square has turned it around. But I'm not entirely there, because I still think it's a little wobbly. They're figuring it out, though. An FE-style game was made by... I saw some stuff about that, Akatsuki. I wasn't sure what it was, but I saw some people on Fire Emblem Twitter talking about some kind of Fire Emblem game, and I wasn't sure. I will have to check that out. You know me, I love some Fire Emblem.
My turn next.
The thing with Square is, I think...
Let's do this.
some of the teams they have, like the team behind Bravely Default, which is getting a sequel now, I believe, and this game, I think those teams are really strong, but I don't know that the main Square audience has, or not Square audience, the Square team, the home base. A lot of their talent has left or climbed the ladder into higher management positions rather than being creative. I think Tetsuya Nomura is the only creative figure left, and he's hit or miss. He's not always, you know, the best at directing. He started as an artist, and did some things on Final Fantasy IV through the rest of most of them. So I don't know, it's like, it's hit or miss. Depends on really what part of Square worked on it. Will I do karaoke Twitch Sings? I have never heard of Twitch Sings. But you know me, I like to sing. Right now I'm not drinking enough water, so my voice is a little hoarse. I need to go fill my bottle again. Oh man. Playing Final Fantasy 15 and it's weird. I haven't played it, but I've seen it. But I saw the original version before they added all this DLC. And I've seen a little of the DLC online, and it almost looks like it's a completely new experience. So I really want to play through the DLC version. I think the game exists as a miracle, because you think about that long development period and all the frickin' changes, it's kind of shocking it turned out as decent and as good, honestly, as it is. Like, it's really fun. I don't think the story is as solid as some other Final Fantasy games, but it definitely, it has the draw of the core cast. People really love those characters and really identify them. Hello, Kamui. I will have to check that out, Joe. Yes, Final Fantasy 15 is what I'm talking about. It definitely got to be more than I expected. I'm kind of sad that the last of the DLCs got canceled, because 2 of the female characters were going to get the spotlight, which would have been neat. You were going to be able to play as them. But, I mean, at the same time, it really felt like they were kind of dragging Final Fantasy 15 on and on, because they don't want to have to step into 16, because, you know, that would mean making decisions and doing something with the series, something new, rather than just porting something or remaking something. Yeah, I agree, Akatsuki. It's not quite, it doesn't quite have that unique spark to it. My big thing with Final Fantasy 15 that irritates me is it's so lifeless in appearance. Like, it's very modern and sleek and black and white and monochrome and modern and boring. I mean, the 2 worlds that came before that, even the one in I never played all of Final Fantasy 13, but Cocoon had a very unique visual look to it. Ivalice, you can recognize it right away what it is. Spira, so unique and so rooted in a real-life culture, as was Ivalice. They traveled to Turkey, the Middle East for Ivalice. Thailand was the inspiration for Spira. I don't know as much about 13, but they all have this beautiful, unique look to them. And 15 is a modern RPG. And it's not even like an interesting modern RPG, it just is. It doesn't have that same uniqueness to the art style, and that always put me off a little bit. Like, man, this is just a video game, huh? It is sure a game. But yeah, I'm not... I just, on the whole, it seems fun, and I'm glad that they made it exist finally, and folks seem to enjoy it. I'll play it eventually. I need to get the DLC version. But at this point, I have so many other RPGs to play that look more interesting to me that I'm just not playing them right now. Yeah, I don't know as much about 15's development. I wouldn't be surprised if that was true, Bad Wrong Fun. Octopath is very good. If you enjoy it and you enjoy RPGs, you should definitely try some of the Final Fantasy. There's a lot of different ones. They kind of all have their own feeling to them. I think 10 is probably the most approachable now that it's on Switch. It's one of the newer ones, got some voice acting, some full cutscenes. It's a little more modern. If you do old school RPG, 7, 8, and 9 are all available on modern consoles as well. 12 is as well. It's a little different. It's kind of got more of an MMO feeling to it. So, yeah. Definitely worth playing. I've enjoyed all of those, and I've enjoyed the older ones. I wish they'd do something with 6. Make it available on modern shit. Port all the games! I think that's eventually their goal. Square has kind of implied they'd love to have, like, a streaming service where you pay a subscription fee to play all their games. Oh, boy. The video game companies are coming for streaming! They want to be Netflix. Oh, man. That's gonna suck. Yeah, RPGs can be very, very tough to get into, just because they're all, well, not incredibly, like, some of them can be 40, 50 hours, but that's still a lot compared to a lot of other games. Is Final Fantasy VI on Steam? Probably, but I'm not sure. There's an ugly version of the game. They created a really ugly version and replaced the old sprites with sprites that looked more like phone sprites because they thought it looked better on the mobile store. I don't know if Steam has that version or not. I have it on PS1, so I need to do that because I can play that on PS2. I just need to do it. I have so much I need to play. Need to finish this. I need to finish so much. Got ourselves an intruder. Time to fight. The boss fights in this game are so fun. The art design really shines in the boss designs. Alright, you idiots. Let me fight you. Yep. Yeah, the iOS versions are horrible. Oh, I need to play Shadow Hearts too. Yes, Parasite Eve. I've been wanting to play that for years. It is a lovely game. So many good games I need to play.
What?
Yeah, you're horrible thieves. You don't understand the meaning of earning anything. You don't understand all the love and care that went into making those products. How hard those people have to work to earn the satisfaction of their customers. Support small businesses! It's up to merchants like me to make sure these products find their way into the hands of those who can appreciate them.
I won't allow it.
So on my honor as a merchant, I will get those goods back.
You got that right.
Now, let's get down to business. What to do?
Okay. If I remember right, I think one of these dudes is weak to wind. Yeah! Oh yeah, I can boost attacks. I totally forgot about that. Let's go ahead and attack people. Oh yeah, the double dipping class system is one of my favorite parts of this game, and I love that it actually changed your costume. I love putting armor on the girls and the guys in all the skimpy outfits. Especially Cyrus, the scholar. Alright. I have a feeling we might be a little in trouble here because... Okay, it's working. The R button on my Switch controller is giving out. I need to get it repaired. Oh, I need to heal.
This should do the trick. My turn now. Here I come.
What are kitties doing? You could just see them in the corner of the video. What are you shitheads doing? Hey, Gandalf. What are you doing, shithead? Are you being mean to your sister? Hey. Hey. She's hiding under the chair from him. Stop playing with me, she says. She does not want to play. You mean. Brothers are always mean to their sisters. Oh, I need to heal again.
What to do?
How much does this thing heal me?
This should do the trick.
Oh, okay, we're good. Okay. Guess I'll keep focusing on the first dude.
Let's do this. Here I go. My turn now.
I actually, just a few months ago, I managed to play through Persona 5, my first Persona game, not my first SMT game. I actually really greatly enjoyed it. Definitely has the problem you're talking about, Bad Wrong Fun. But there is some stuff there that I've actually been writing on. I have a feeling previous games may have way more, and I've heard from fans that have talked to me about it that the older ones are probably... shit. I'm running out of health items!
Let's do this.
I need to... Let's try... Maybe he's weak to... He's weak to bows! Alright. Damn it, I didn't get him in time. Ooh, I might be about to die. 'Cause I don't have any more health items. Well, this might be it, my friends. Yeah, this song is pretty... The music in this is pretty lovely. I wish I had the soundtrack. Yep, I'm dead. Alas! We will try again, because I do want to at least, show y'all this first full short story I will be right back. I gotta refill my water, and then we will continue. You can listen to this sad game over music. Alrighty, we're back. Gandalf has taken the kitty throne. Can you be a good boy, Gandhi, for once? Can you leave your brother alone, Gandhi? Sister. Whatever. You're cats, you don't care. Alright, I need more of these, apparently. Hello, Andrew. Welcome. That should be good. We had him on the ropes. I just ran out of life.
Now, let's get down to business. Let's do this.
Alrighty. He was weak to wind. And that guy was weak to bows. So we'll take care of the first dude.
Nice try. What to do?
Am I enjoying the weather? It's actually pretty nice where I am for once.
Here I go.
Aw. Sorry about that, Emmett. I'd love to hear about what game it was you were trying to send. I'll have to check it out. Oh, Happy New Year, Brian. Thanks for passing by. Okay, let's try our boost. Maximum overdrive! Voice acting makes me think this is stupid. Well, I did pick as my first character the child character. Everybody else, I think there's like a man in his 30s. Most of the rest, I think, are in their 20s. But she is the kid character. There's a couple scenes where, like, there's a character who is a sex worker, and she has to kind of obfuscate what it is she does and talks with Tessa, and it's really cute. Do I own a PS2? Of course. That's how I play all my Silent Hill games, except for the later ones. I have a PS1. No, I don't. I got rid of that because I have a PS2. PS2, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, a GameCube now, the Switch, and I have an adapter for the GameCube that will play Game Boy games. And that's it, I think. Pretty sure. I had a Game Boy. I broke it. I put it in my pocket and, well, okay, long story short, I broke it. It was a SP with the hinge, and I hit the hinge on something, and the edge cracked, and slowly over time, it just fell apart. And I kept it alive with duct tape and happy thoughts. And one time, I put it in my pocket, and I must have done it too forcefully, and the cords finally snapped, and I breaked it. Gotta get more scary games. I actually picked up a lot of scary games over the holidays. Not all of them survival horror. I got a couple visual novels. I got the Zero Escape series on PS4, all of them. Thank God. I now have that series because so many people have been asking me for that. I got The House in Fata Morgana, which is a horror visual novel. I got Claire, which I already owned, but I got a physical copy, which I've always wanted. I got a couple different things, because everybody always buys me video games for Christmas and birthday. I can't even remember off the top of my head everything I got. Hello, Lunar. PS2 games seem more scary than the modern. I think the PS2 was definitely a big era for the horror genre. I think maybe, you know, because we had just really gotten started on all that, and it was kind of like new, and people were doing a lot of new things and experiment. And the PS2 in general, there was a lot of experimentation. I mean, it has such a huge library, and nowadays it's not as much. You know, there's less of that. It's more expensive.
Let's do this.
People, it's harder to get budgets. You know, you see a lot more experimentation in indie horror, but in the big leagues, it seems like people have decided that horror is not monetized. Well, that's part of the big part of it. It's not monetizable. How do you monetize? You know, how do you sell loot boxes in a horror game? So yeah, the current trends of the market, I think, are part of what have really shot horror games in the foot. But a lot of really great indie horrors coming out. And smaller titles, too.
Let's do this.
Though, of course, then friggin' here comes Capcom with all these great things. And no monetization.
What to do?
We're gonna boost! Come on, use your overdrive, Tressa! And button. This thing needs to be sent off for repairs. But that would mean I have to stop playing my Switch, and I would hate that.
Let's do this. My turn now.
Why is that man on fire? That's his, special magic power. He gets super powerful. He drinks whatever's in his hand. And he sets himself on purple fire.
Let's do this.
Yeah! We kept him from using his magic. Or his super, whatever, his boost. We kept him from drinking his boost. That's all the protein he needs for the day.
My turn now.
Alright.
Here I go.
Yeah! We did it!
How was that?
Da 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 da. Now hand over those goods. You're one tough barnacle to pick, but we're just getting started. Mateys! Crap, they brought backup. Ack. You're a ninny for challenging us all on your own. In this world, the strong take while the weak quake. Time to learn your place, you squirmy little maggot.
That's far enough.
Aha! You knew he had to come back. Those who only pick on the weak and defenseless have no right to speak of the way the world works.
What's that?
Well, if that ain't the lily-livered scallywag from before. What difference does one more make? Get him. I think he just kicked your butts. Erg. He done swabbed our decks. Just who are ye? I'm in a purple cloak. Can't you tell I'm important? I'd think any pirate worth his brine would already know.
What?
That blue spear. With the strength and swiftness of a viper.
You can't be serious.
Could it really be?
Captain Leon Pastrana.
What?
Are you really the Leon Bastral? Aye, in name, though a pirate no longer. Now I'm just the captain of a humble merchant ship.
What do we have here?
Here's a lesson for you lads from a true man of the sea.
Prepare yourselves.
Dead men tell no tales. I ain't ready to be a dead man yet. All bottom. You knew he had to come back and be important. Their feet are as quick as their wits are slow.
Lass.
Call me Leon. But not that Leon. I'm the other famous Leon. Thank you for saving me. I believe one good turn deserves another. Now, have you gathered all you need?
Yes.
All that's left is to bring back the goods. Excellent work. Now you can return home. Your honor as a merchant all the greater. I must make for the docks. It's nigh time I set sail. You're leaving so soon? Didn't you just pull in?
Of course.
The sea calls me, lass, but before I do... Why don't you come by my ship? Happy New Year! Thanks for joining us.
What's the matter?
What are you waiting for, lass?
Well,
It's just you said you only let those you trust on your ship, so... So climb aboard already. No. It's so cute that this character gets to have a male role model, and I don't know. It's neat to see a role model relationship be the focus of a character's story when that main character is female, because very often it's far more likely a character's drive will be a romance when it's a girl. You don't get as many mentorship stories unless it's like gruff old man and young girl. Once they're older, you see it less. And this just, it's so sweet. I really like this story. Took a great deal of courage to stand up to those pirates, and I believe such bravery is deserving of reward.
Huh?
Reward?
Hi.
I've collected countless treasures from the furthest corners of this world. They are my most prized possessions. And you may take whichever you fancy. Really? I could never take something so precious from you. It's okay, lass, I insist.
Oh?
Unless you don't care much for treasure, When you put it that way, I really can't refuse. That's the spirit. I always knew the world was full of treasures. But I never dreamt I'd see such wonders. This is beautiful.
Oh.
A fine choice. What strikes you about the painting?
Well,
I don't really know. Out of all these incredible treasures, this one, it speaks to me. It's like I can see into the artist's soul. I can feel what he felt, all he experienced in his life. That is Love Unforgotten, a work left behind by Bastian, a famed painter from a land to the west. He was quite the admirer of women and married 4 times. And yet he could never forget the memory of his first love, who tragically passed when they were babes. It was his life's work to depict her as a woman grown, the beauty he knew she'd have one day become, working on the piece until the end of his career. Today, it is one of the world's most famous works of art. I never knew. Mr. Leon, would you mind if I looked around a little longer?
Of course.
To your heart's content. Of course, she's gonna take the painting. Obviously. A born merchant, that one. I can see it in her eyes. She knew not a thing of Bastian, yet identified that painting as a masterpiece in an instant. I thought this was just a sleepy seaside town, but this girl... She just might be a shining gem among the rocks.
Huh?
Did you say something? I'm just waxing poetical about the story. This is the one. Is it alright if I take it, Mr. Leon? Oh, she doesn't take the painting. I thought she did.
This is...
Let's have a look. I'm afraid this old thing won't sell for much. It was left behind by a man I once led aboard in my younger days. It seems I neglected to throw it out and it got mixed in here. It's best you choose something else.
I'm not so sure about that.
I want this one. I can't really explain it. It feels like it's calling to me. I feels like it's calling to me. Someone forgot an I! Or a T! Oh no! Is it now? Consider it yours then.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Leon. So much reading! Such a cute story, though. I'm sorry I tortured you with pirates, Akatsuki.
Perhaps a day will come when you and I meet as rivals. But I won't be beat. I swear it on my honor as a merchant. Weigh anchor, men. The ocean calls.
The music here is so gorgeous.
I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Within those dusty pages, I felt like there was something that would change my life forever. Can't wait to go home and read it all.
So this is what happened to Leon. He turned to piracy. Apparently so. And also grew out his hair and dyed it blonde. Maybe that's what happened to the merchant. They joined forces and live on a ship together, selling their wares, stranger. Within that book were the records of a traveler, one who had journeyed to the far ends of the realm. Spellbound, Tressa forgot time and read every one of his adventures.
This world is brimming with treasures. And I know what I'm searching for is out there somewhere.
So, I'll set sail for the horizon. And the great big world beyond.
That settles it. It's time I see the world.
What?
I'm going to leave Rippletide and become a traveling merchant. I'll see the world and have customers from every corner of the realm.
Oh my. Just think about what you're saying, dear.
Traveling merchant? I won't have it. You're not even a stationary merchant yet. You need at least 2 more years of stocking the store, and 3 years of working the shop front. That's 5 years before you're ready to go anywhere.
Sorry, Pa. My mind's made up. Besides, I'll get all kinds of training on the road.
I had a feeling you'd say that. There's no point in trying to stop you now, Tressa. You have my blessing.
Oh! Darn! This is our little girl you're talking about!
I know. But I had a feeling this day would come. She is her father's daughter, after all.
I kind of just want a game about the mom with the awesome voice. Where's her adventure?
In the end, being a good merchant boils down to experience. That's just what you'll find out there. Go and see the world, Tressa, until your heart's content.
And so we come to the end
I understand.
of the first part
but
of
I
one
can't
story.
help but worry, Tressa. Do take care of yourself out there, won't you?
Oh, my mother would have a heart attack if I went to travel the world.
Be strong, and may the sacred flame light your path.
It feels cozy. That is a
Thanks, Mom.
very...
Thanks.
Cozy and nostalgic is a very great way to describe this game. It really does... I don't know, maybe the use of pixels, the music, the lighting really, I think, helps add to it. Definitely gives it this very warm, nostalgic feeling.
And I'm sorry for leaving.
Granted, not all the stories in this game are as lighthearted as this one. They have a lot of variety. Some of them are very dark, some of them are... I don't know, they're very different. You kind of get the full mix of types of stories. Kind of like, you know, episodes of Star Trek. Every episode's gonna have a different feeling and a different theme.
You're our #1 employee.
Aw, well, thank you, Delvin. It is definitely a fantastic game, and it's very different. Especially compared to the, you know, we have a huge amount of RPGs coming out lately, especially on the Switch. Octopath really stands out as something unique I would recommend everybody try. It may not be for everybody, but I really genuinely enjoyed this method of storytelling. Alright, now we're gonna leave town. That'll be the end of her first chapter. And the end of our next game. I love this scene.
This journal? The author only filled half the pages. The other half is still blank. Guess I'll just have to pick up where he left off. I'll write down everything. I won't leave any stone unturned. From the next chapter on, this will be my story. I'll travel far and wide and journey on until every last page is filled. I don't know what lies beyond the horizon. There's only one way to find out. See ya, Ripple-Tide.
And that is Octopath Traveler. It is quite a dense
My
game.
adventures as a merchant are just beginning. I'll start by following in the footsteps of a nameless traveler. And journey far, far beyond.
It's very lovely. All of the stories are like that. Even when you get other characters on your team, every time you play a story like that, the story chapter, you will only be with one character and see it through their eyes. We've run into some sort of quest. A monster came out of nowhere and got me. I hate to be a bother, but do you have healing? I'm not doing this quest. This is not something we're doing. We're saving and turning it off. So all of the stories are individual. You will only have the one character interacting with NPCs on screen at any time. And there are pros and cons to that I've kind of talked about, but I really think it allows for some interesting storytelling and is definitely a unique experience that I highly recommend fans of RPGs try. I think it's only available on Switch, but it's a lovely game. And definitely one of my favorites of the decade. We're going to take a quick break. We'll end the stream, come back in maybe 5 minutes, and play something else. I'll see you guys then. Bye.